podcast is Shotgun Turns. I'm Helen.
I'm Bryn.
And we are going to be diving into the big one today. Xena Season 3, Episode 12, The Bittersweet. Bryn, you can't run away. She literally turned her chair around and ran away.
It's a big episode, and I still don't like Gabrielle. See, this was new for me, because I always went in, like, when I was younger, I was all a Gabrielle fan, right?
Yeah.
So, going into this now, rewatching it with, cleaner eyes and less dumb eyes.
Less Gabrielle obsession, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't want to obsess over Xena. That looked too obvious.
Oh, boy.
I don't like Gabby going into this.
Well, I mean, Gabby, up to this point, has done some damage.
Emotional damage.
Oh, my goodness. So, she kind of deserves some of the hate that we feel. That wasn't on purpose.
You didn't mean to do that. Hate is a star.
No singing. We don't want to be blasted. We don't want to be blasted for that. So, it starts with Xena and Gabrielle, separate places. I think it starts with Gabrielle first.
Yes,
right?
It starts with Gabrielle going through a purification ritual with the Amazons.
Yes.
And technically, it starts with naked Gabrielle,
Yes.
and then quickly goes to Effany and Joxer. Effany's like, she's been going and undergoing the purification ritual for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
3 days!
Mm-hmm.
And Joxer's like, get her out of there! Get her out of there! God, she's dying! Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, Joxer's kind of... I mean, she's not even... I don't know. They're not really, like... They didn't really care to outline what the purification ritual actually was in any way, shape, or form.
No.
So we see Gabrielle there, and then we do a shot with Xena in the snow. Probably on some mountains somewhere.
Screaming?
I don't know what kind of singing it is, but it is a kind of singing.
What's the one?
Nope.
What do you mean, no?
I don't know. So I don't know already.
Remember the episode where Robin Williams came in with, Carol Burnett? At the funeral? Like that?
Yes, I understand what you're saying now. Oh my goodness. Alright, but that's... I don't know the actual word for it, was my point, and now we've left in a very weird, very niche reference to a 1970s sketch comedy show. So we're not even old enough to have been alive when that episode was on TV, okay? But we're referencing it.
It was hilarious.
I'm sure it's Carol Burnett and Robin Williams. I mean, Carol Burnett and Robin Williams. Anyway, she's singing, gets Aries' attention. Aries is being a little, go beat up Gabrielle, because it'll make you feel better.
Yeah. I'm going to manipulate you into killing your best friend so you'll be mine again.
Yeah. I mean, it would probably work. I mean, if Xena was weaker.
Yeah. If it was a different human,
Yeah.
then she totally would have killed her best friend, realized she killed her best friend. It's like, well, no point in doing anything good anymore.
Yeah, that would be it. There would just be no point in doing anything good anymore for her, so.
But it's Xena, and that doesn't happen. She
No.
does go into the Amazon
good
village.
Try though. Like, she gives it
Yeah.
a good A+ effort.
Well, in the hut, there was a CGI tear.
Yeah,
It was so bad. There was not even a trail. It was just this. That's not a cry.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't great. Callisto is tempting Gabrielle into taking her revenge out on Xena. Because it's Xena's fault she was pregnant. And I think that's where the disconnect is for me. Is like, this entire thing hinges on Xena helping out somebody she had wronged in the past. But it's all like, well, it's because it was against Caesar. I mean, if it was just about Caesar, she would have just gone after Caesar.
Yes.
Very directly. She wouldn't have worked with Boadicea. She wouldn't have... So, yeah, that...
Not to mention the amount of times that she didn't even fight in the battle with Caesar. She let the army fight Caesar.
As soon as she realized that Gabrielle was in danger at the temple, she was gone.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's a faulty argument, and I don't like it. And that's where it kind of falls apart with me on Gabrielle's side.
Yes.
Because it's putting all of this blame on Xena's vendetta that didn't actually exist in that episode.
No.
Like, it just didn't exist. Was she mad at Caesar at the start? Yes. Was she trying to go after Caesar at the start? Yes.
At the end of the day,
but
Gabrielle
she
went out.
instantly stopped when Gabrielle was in danger.
Yeah.
And she wasn't even the one leading the battle.
No. She was support.
Yes. So, I just...
The other thing I liked about the purification ritual with Callisto yelling at her and trying to make her see things, or see things in her way to make her go after Xena, saying like, she brought you to Caesar. She made this all happen. It's all her fault. She killed your family. When finally Gabrielle finally gets some accountability here to be like, no, I killed hers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, good for Gabby. She gets that through her head this episode, and it does become a thing that we don't need to deal with again. But, like, it was a needless lesson.
Yep. But,
I stand firm behind, like, demon child. If you are impregnated by fire, just... I don't know.
This was still a kid's show. Like, I don't think we should watch this.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Joxer runs in when Gabrielle yells no to the hut.
Because Callisto made her yell no, and I don't remember why.
But Callisto was going, you hate her, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Don't you?
Right.
And she was like, yes. And then immediately she screams out no afterwards. Because, yes, she has that initial feeling that, yes, of course, I hate all this that happened, but I don't hate her.
Yeah,
So it was like, yes, no! And then Joxer runs into the hut to carry her out. Into Xena.
Yeah, who's there? All in her armor now. Where was she? Like...
Guaranteed Ares helped her travel.
You know what? Probably.
To get to Gabrielle quicker because she was up north in the mountains.
Yeah,
there was no way that she was just suddenly...
It's probably the mountain that happens the things on next time.
Yeah, that also I'm not ready for. I haven't watched these Xena forever, but I'm not ready for it because I know what's coming up.
Well, and so then it leads to Xena doing a lot of damage to Effany, a lot of damage to Joxer, and a lot of damage to Gabrielle by dragging her behind her, which is bad.
I would like to point out, at least it wasn't Argo, because if Xena had used Argo through all of this, and Gabrielle would have had to get Argo's approval again.
Argo wouldn't have done it, I don't think.
That could be why she wouldn't use Argo.
It could be. I don't know if Argo would have done it because it was Gabby. Not because, like, Argo wouldn't do what Xena wanted, but I just think, I don't know if Argo would. Because they've given that horse enough sentience. So, that's just what I'm thinking now.
Yeah.
You very much do notice the CGI in this. You also very notice the stunt double because unless Renee suddenly became a linebacker, definitely wasn't some of her. You can see the stuntman suit when she gets dragged through the fire. Too, like, it's not bad things.
No, and it's not like
they were things that I noticed back in 1998.
Yes, they were noticeable. They were noticeable, but it doesn't take you out of it.
Yeah. Anyway, they get to the top of the cliff. Xena's about to toss Gabby off the cliff.
Vengeance!
Yeah, the vengeance is right up there with the disappointed. Disappointed! Yeah, I don't know. And then Gabrielle kicks her in the head and then...
In the temple.
Rushes her off the cliff. Because I guess that makes the most sense. And I do get that. Like, if I was mad at you, I would absolutely just yeet us both off a cliff. I mean, not now, we've got children, but you know, like...
Dude, 100%, I'm with you on that. That would be the same thing.
Yeah.
I know very well I'd yeet us both off the cliff, because no matter how mad I am at you, I know I wouldn't want to live in another world without you, too, so...
Anyway,
Thelma and Louise it, bitch!
So, instead of just dying like normal people, they get shipped to a magical world called Illusia.
They're not normal people.
Yeah, I know. I said that instead of dying like normal people. I think it's clear. Callisto is there to meet Xena.
She is Aleph in this situation.
Sure.
It is something I learned during the whole thing.
Well, I mean, I know everything's based off tarot cards, but I don't really know if I care to go too much into all of the details about it.
We shouldn't.
There's a big, long wiki page. Go read it. It's a good time. And not talking about the Xena wiki. Go to the actual Wikipedia wiki page for the bittersweet. It's its own thing. It's
massive.
Yeah. And it goes through how the outfits that go through the musical are based off of tarot cards and other different things.
Mythology?
I don't know words.
Apparently.
Words bad.
And Xena's outfits are by far the best out of this entire thing.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Like, as Gabrielle's portraying the Empress, like, what is this half breast covered thing? I don't like armor?
That. I don't like that. I did like the one where she's in Patadia. I liked that one, which I believe is based off the priestess. I don't remember all of the cards, but it's pretty cool. It starts though with Callisto trying to tell Xena where she is and why she is where she is.
Yep.
He's basically just because her and Gabrielle are fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally the only reason.
Yeah. I'm not the one who betrayed you.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It was Gabrielle.
This is why you're here. And in order to talk, you must sing. La la la.
Yeah.
And Xena picks up on that quickly.
I have written down here that she wasn't angry or sad. She's just like confused. Chilling, trying to figure out what's going on because none of it makes sense.
Well, because what she remembers, being yeeted off a cliff to being floating underwater stream naked.
Yeah, I don't know. And rescued by Callisto, who is now singing, and there's a Sphinx that's talking. And Anubis is there for some reason.
Yeah, they went into the Egyptian mythology.
They went everywhere. It was a weird mix, which is why I don't really want to get into it because it was a lot, and it was very confusing, and because they kind of borrowed from everywhere. Which I don't know. I don't know how that would have gone over in today's world, but
yeah,
I don't know. The one line that was great though is like. They say all of the lips that you kissed.
Yes, I was just about to bring that up.
The dog. The dog.
The dog sings all in the lips that you kissed. I'm just
yes.
Like, hey!
Yes. Okay, and I'm sitting there listening to Looper try to tell me their relationship wasn't explicit.
We've discussed this.
Okay, but we didn't discuss it on the podcast.
This is true.
We discussed it on our TikTok.
Yes, we then talk to each other on our TikToks.
So
we're that people.
I mean, I went into this thinking, okay, what on earth? Because I keep thinking that it's more subtext, right?
I remember thinking back when I'm 16 watching this show. That hurt.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, okay, it's hidden, it's subtext, it's not very obvious, they're showing off that they're gal pals.
Yeah, they're roommates.
Right? And this is how, and I remember growing up going, this is how you be a best friend.
Yeah.
This is how you be a best friend to your best friend.
Yeah. Which
is probably why I'm in a relationship with my best friend now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we followed the blueprint. But oh, for fuck's sakes. Anyway, that's a different story, and it's long, and it's also as dumb as you think it is.
Yeah. But explicit could just mean where they're not obviously naked rolling in the bed wrap.
It didn't seem like that. Like, they were seeming like they meant they didn't acknowledge the relationship on screen, because they did go forth later on in the video, I believe, and say it was never acknowledged on screen, but they say I love you all the time. And it is more than once pointed out that Gabrielle is Xena's girlfriend. Like constantly. And it becomes very clear after this point, especially after, if not after this point, but after the next, after One Against an Army, it becomes very clear there is one thing you can do to Xena that will hurt her, and that's just one thing. Anything else...
Well, yeah, they killed her son now.
Anything else, and you had better wish she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Basically. Because she doesn't, like, that's her reason.
Yeah.
That is it. So yeah, she'll do whatever she needs to do to get better. She'll do whatever she needs to do to be a better person. She'll do whatever she needs to do to stay with Gabrielle. So if you touch Gabrielle,
run.
End you fast.
It's like that TikTok where you come across and it's like, run. Mm-hmm. You touch Gabrielle, you better be running.
Yes, just keep going.
Don't stop.
Just go.
Because Xena's relentless, and
go.
Yeah, don't stop.
Just go. If you go on our TikTok, there is an actual TikTok that I have posted that shows Gabrielle is exactly the same way. Go watch it. It's a good time. So when people say, like, they said that they didn't really acknowledge the relationship on screen. It wasn't explicit.
It was the 90s.
It was the 90s, but we've watched it over again.
And, well, it's not played out in such a way of you are my girlfriend. It's not labeled that way.
Because it's not a romance show. It's not a show that centers on a romance.
I understand.
It's show
probably why we
with
like it so much.
A couple that's together that does stuff. Like, oh,
and that is
shoot.
how you horribly describe Xena.
I'm the ace person ever. Oh no.
This is my lovely wife who just got slapped in the face with her aceness.
It's fine. It's fine. Let's continue talking about the show and not about me in any way, shape, or form. So that's Xena and Callisto. And then we have Gabrielle and Joxer singing my favorite version of the Jocks Do the Mighty song.
Mine too. Joxer the Mighty, master of geography.
It's a good song.
Here to guide you on your way.
It is Ted, Kevin, and Lucy, so Xena, Aries, and Joxer, are the ones doing their own singing here. Hudson and Gabrielle, Renee. Yeah. She doesn't have a name. Okay. Gabrielle had stand-in singers.
Yeah.
So that's just something to keep. No shame. These songs seemed a little bit hard, to be honest.
Yes.
So Gabrielle gets her introduction to Lucia. Hers is much shorter. But I guess that makes sense, because why would you just get Joxer to repeat literally everything Callisto just told everybody?
Yes.
Narratively, that...
He did, do the you have to sing to talk, you're in Illusia.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
And then he gives her the dress and he's like, here, come with me. And, then she starts her war... Then the War Peace song starts.
Where she walks into, Podadia, and it's like, we recently watched it, season 1, Gabrielle hated her village. The only person she liked was her sister.
Yeah, she thought everything else was boring. There was nothing really going on there.
So, she
wanted to go and see adventures so she could learn to tell good stories.
She never gets good at that.
Not in that universe. Too many more seasons.
It's not too many more seasons.
To to When Fates Collide.
It's a lot of episodes.
It is
but it's
3 more seasons till When Fates Collide.
We're in season 3.
It is 3 more seasons because When Fates Collide is the third last episode of the series. It's I
wish we should be recording sometimes because that face must have been hilarious to you. Realization that dawned.
I don't actually know if it's the third last, but it's really close. It's in the last 5.
That's too many.
I understand. I hope it's still as good as it is. I'm pretty sure it is. I remember watching it before, but like,
you watched it like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but that's right. You reminded me. It's so good. Anyway, that's 3 seasons from now.
But during the War and Peace song, the villagers are claiming that their friendship with Gabrielle, that they're all, why'd you leave? You never should have left. Now your blood innocence is gone, and you know.
Yeah, it was a weirdly specific line, too. Like, I mean, she's been responsible for death by being near Xena.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get, like, she has never physically killed a person, but she has helped Xena to kill people. And that's not talked about, so I don't know. This blood innocence thing... Again, I never bought it.
Yeah, you never did.
That one bothered me, and also when she said that Xena was no friend and she worked to twist your mind. And I was no.
That was another one I written
down. So mad. I was angry.
Okay, now my question. Do you have a personal reason to hate this line?
No.
I feel that's a lie. Oh,
I forgot. I wrote down that when they're talking to Xena, they say that they deal the truths you're too troubled to face. It's theater. It's musical theater therapy. That's what this episode is.
Yes.
It's an intervention of love.
Yes.
I don't know, it's weird, man. Anyway.
It makes me wish I would have looked at the backgrounds on the people, because it'd be like, come on, you had to have backgrounds on musical theater in order to be able to put on this whole production the way you did.
Well, I mean, I don't know about all the cast, but I do know that Kevin did, and I do know that Lucy did, and probably Ted as well, and definitely Renee most people start in theater.
No, I actually meant the producers, directors, the writers, who all the background people who did
Sam,
all this.
Not, what's his name?
Rob Tapert?
No. What's the Ted's brother?
Ted's brother. Jed.
Give me that.
You have your own.
Yeah, but you're on the page.
No, I'm
not.
not
On the Xena page?
No, I am not.
Oh, I don't. Sam Raimi? Yeah. That's right.
Who said Sam, and you said no. So
okay, why didn't you... You know what? I'm just gonna leave that there. Sam, I know, went to film school, so that kind of sometimes has...
Okay,
we know that he can put stuff together, but also, I'm pretty sure they worked on this for, months.
Well, they had to with how the lead up with...
Well, no, but the
up.
episode itself. Everybody would have had to record, everybody would have had to have costumes fitted and made, because there's a lot of costume changes in this episode whereas they usually rely on, Gabrielle and Xena wear the same outfits the entire show. Ares has just a few outfits. It doesn't change in an episode.
Not an episode. Gabrielle's changes in seasons.
Yeah, there's a lot of costume changes in this episode.
Yes.
So to have those costumes made, to fit the theme, to have all the songs written, to have all the songs recorded, because all of these are original songs. It's not like Liar Liar, where that's a jukebox musical. It's much easier and faster to put together. I wish we had looked through my books to see if I still had the magazine about this episode. Because I did have it.
I know you did, because I had to run out and get it. Because you wouldn't share it.
That sounds like me. To be fair,
Well,
I was obsessed.
To be fair, you're like, you are welcome to come and look at it with me. You can come here and look at it. You are not allowed to take it. And as a child, I was sat there and like, what, you don't trust me? And immediately she said no.
I did, but that's fair. I didn't trust anybody with anything.
And that's what you let it up with, too. Like, you're like, it's not, I don't trust you. I don't trust you with my stuff. I don't trust anybody with my stuff. I was like, okay, I get that. I understand.
I will share it with you in my presence. I don't know.
So you were always like, just come here and see it. Or you'd bring it to me when we'd share it, you everything like that. But I had to go and get it myself. Which my mother was not a fan of. Because I did. I bugged her. Like, I gotta go.
Yeah. This is why your mom hated me.
Probably.
Frick.
The other one that caught me was like, take the scythe. It's just a case of killing to be kind. How is a scythe a case of killing to be kind?
I don't know, but it's not like the best killing weapon either.
Like, you gotta either have a deadly accurate... You have to roll a natural 20 to, like, hit the direct area where you want to hit with the scythe.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily, but, like, when you're fighting a seasoned warrior... Maybe. You might want a sword or, like, a bow and arrow for ranged weapons. Like, come on.
Just it. It's like, you know you're pitting her up against Xena. So none of you villagers fucking care about Gabrielle.
Xena,
You just
who
want her
at the
dead.
same time is singing with her army and Ares. Because Ares pops up again and is like, hi, I'm singing to you now. And Kevin...
Amazing voice this man has. Just like melt.
I'm watching that in my head right now.
You're watching that scene in your head again?
Yeah.
I hate you a little bit.
Yeah. So they're doing that. Then Xena's army leads to Gabrielle's town army. And then they fight. But it's a short battle.
Of course it's a short battle. You have your seasoned warrior
against
and you're level 1.
With a scythe. Like, that is like a weapon you need anyway.
You need practice with you. Like, and not just like, ooh, look at me, take care of the grains.
At the very least, you need to know how to take care of the grains with it, and she definitely did not.
No, because you're like, what? Because when they
she
handed
didn't
to her,
even know
she was
what
like,
it was.
What am I holding?
Yeah, it was very weird.
So they literally just signed her up to be dead. Yeah. And when Lila was singing, if your daughter had lived, we'd surely have made her welcome too. It's like, no, you wouldn't have. Your villagers. You don't welcome that kind of shit.
No, especially once Hope had started killing all the villagers.
Yeah. One villager mysterious dies of Hope. They're gonna go and attack her.
Yeah.
So...
Especially because she grows fast.
Yeah, so
villagers
super
are
suspicious.
Villagers are not super welcoming as to people from basically a village. So yeah, it ends poorly because Xena just kills her very fast. Like, she doesn't even give her a chance.
Nope, she literally connects her sword to the scythe blade and rips Gabrielle down to then impale her.
Yeah, and then everything gets weird. Everything disappears.
Not yet. They do their dancing.
Right, they do their dancing first.
With Xena's dress is fucking amazing there.
Yeah, she's the death card there, but it's a good dress. It's a good song. I love it a lot. I could have it play in my head over and over again to the end of time. And it probably has, to be honest. So, it's a good song. I want Kevin to sing it to me, but
I hate my brain
it's not gonna happen
sometimes
anymore, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm allowed to hate my brain sometimes. The other line that threw me off with the villagers thing, it was like, Hope died, she freed you. Like,
what does that mean?
Okay, so I'm glad we're both on that one.
I didn't hear that line. What does that mean?
It was when they were doing the chorus, like, Hope died, she freed you. And that's when the door opens, right? And it's just like, what do you mean when Hope died, she freed you? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't make sense. Unless... Unless she means like when Hope died, she freed you to exact vengeance. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm looking up the lyrics here.
Yeah?
It's funny.
What?
So when the Warriors chorus, don't put aside by beauty.
Yeah, I have that here too.
Xena, you must do your duty.
Yes, I wrote that down too.
And
I literally wrote that down. Xena, don't be put aside by beauty. Do your duty. I'm like, these warriors are calling her out for having a girlfriend. Not explicit. My ass. Okay? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, this whole episode is an explicit reading of their relationship.
Yes.
All of it.
Okay, so while you caught that one, while they said that, that's when the villagers were like, Hope died, she freed you. So...
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I know. That's what I'm just like...
Unless it means freeing her from Dayhawk.
It could be.
Because it does seem to come less into play later on. Like, she doesn't have that tie to Dayhawk any longer. Hope doesn't need her for her plans later on. The only reason why Gabrielle gets involved in her plans is because they know they can't keep Xena from interfering in the plans. And there's a thing there, and it goes poorly, and Gabrielle does the Xena thing. So... We'll
get into that one, that episode.
but that's what I'm... Like, so maybe that's what it means, is that she's now free from Dayhawk. She doesn't have that cloud hanging over her head. She doesn't have that guilt anymore because she killed her daughter to kind of set things right with Xena. Her daughter, her demon. It was a demon. It wasn't a person. Anyway... So Ares and Xena do their sing-song. Callisto and Joxer pronounce Gabrielle dead. And
fill you with glee.
Yeah.
Little friend.
And then Hope. Callisto's like, just let go, you know, just Elsa. Just let it go. Stop being angry all the time. Just stop being angry. You know, because it's that easy. Stop being angry. Stop feeling hurt and betrayed.
Yeah.
Just stop it. Just let it go. And then everything disappears. And Gabrielle comes back out. And I think...
she's like, you killed me. She's like, I killed an illusion of you. I didn't kill the real you.
I mean, that would not make me feel better because you didn't know it was an illusion when you started.
Right. And the best part is, like, because when she did pronounce them dead, like, they pronounced Gabrielle dead, she was like, oh my god, what did I do? Like, I did, no. Mm-hmm. You could see on her face where it's like, okay, I know in the moment I wanted this to happen, but no, I really don't.
She didn't even want it to happen in the moment. She's just confused. She just gets hyped up.
Yeah.
But yeah, they play on her anger enough so that she just is blind with rage, and that's why that happened. So then they have their song where they fight.
They get transported to the echo chamber.
Yes, where they can only tell the truth.
Of the current, not the past.
I mean, I think it's supposed to be just the truth. Because when you talk about the past, you're not talking about the truth.
Fair.
To be fair. When you're talking about your emotions, this is emotions.
Yeah, because they were the echo chamber where if you talked about anything else, it would just be too loud and nobody could hear each other. And Xena yells at Gabrielle, just tell me how you're feeling right now. Nothing about the past, but right now.
But their lyrics aren't about their children. Their lyrics are about missing each other. And, like, they do mention the kids, like, and Gabrielle does mention the fact that she blames Xena for putting her in that position, whether that's logical or not, which she does come to the conclusion it's not logical, so that's fine. But, like... and Xena does say, like, my child is dead because of you, but, like, that's... The rest of it is just about how much they hurt being apart.
But, like, my heart is hurting beyond words. The pain is tearing at my soul. These days have seen my spirit die. My life propelled out of control.
Yeah, I mean, but they don't talk about...
It doesn't say, my son was killed and therefore everything is, you know... Well, yeah, your son was killed and you're hurting about that, but the fact that you walked away from your lover, it's just killing you both
Gabrielle
inside.
literally says, "How can I retrieve the life that all this sadness stole?" She's not talking about her kid.
No.
She's talking about her life with Xena.
Yeah, like, how can I go back in time to have what I had before all this shit happened?
Not explicit, my butt. Anyway, they fail at this.
Rupert on YouTube really pissed her off.
they fail at this. You know, because they end up just yelling at each other about whose fault it is. As you
had
do.
never brought me there. If only you had done what you were told.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you know you don't tell your partner what to do. We know this.
She does know this. She does know this. I think what she means is, if only you had frickin' listened to reason, you stupid, blonde child.
Oh, look at you censoring yourself. I'm so proud.
Anyway, so then they get zipped through to the mausoleum. It's the Temple of Dayhawk, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was
looks
right
like a
back
mausoleum because it had the caskets or the whatever you want to call them, sarcophagi. There, where we get six. Do we get 6 of them? Is it 6 or is it 8? She's doing air counting. You can't see a finger counting. It's 6. 6.
Okay, but before all that, as they're yelling at each other of who's to blame and everything like that, like, I'm still mad at you, and I'm still hurt by you, and they get transported
but their words aren't like, they never say hate.
Nope.
And it's always, how could you? Which means, I'm still here, I'm in it, why'd you make me mad?
It's this lick of flame that comes out, grabs Gabrielle's ankle, and immediately
Xena, they reach, and Gabrielle reaches for Xena.
Yep.
Immediately.
No, Xena, Gabrielle.
Yeah, it's like, I'm mad. I'm not murderous. Technically, I mean, I murdered a little. I think if there hadn't been singing, there wouldn't have been a problem. It's hard to say that she was going to toss Gabrielle off a cliff. Who knows?
And so that's when they get transported to the Temple of Dayhawk, where everything started, and you have the sarcophagus.
And Gabrielle freaks out because she realizes where she is, and they're back in their regular outfits for 30 seconds.
Yeah, for 30 seconds.
Oh, Gabrielle stays in her outfit, actually.
No, she gets into her regular season outfit.
That's what I mean. That's Gabrielle, like, they get turned into their regular outfits, and Gabrielle stays in her regular outfit. But Xena gets doesn't. Out of her regular outfit. Yes. So, yeah. Because then the Hate is the Star song. It starts up.
Which is a catchy song.
So catchy. And they're greeted with images of Callisto, Caesar, Ares,
Crapstar.
That guy that she just said. The guy that she just said, and then one of each of them.
Yep.
Which...
Oh, yeah, you get 7 because you got the floaty dude.
Yeah, and the floaty dude, who we don't know who it is. He's just floaty... He's floaty demon dude.
He's
leading the song.
He's, like, leading it and everything.
It's a good song. I mean,
I
sing it a lot, actually.
And I love how it goes off, because it's like, it begins very small. It's almost like nothing at all. And it's like, it's true. Like, your feeling can start off, like, so small, and if you don't deal with it right away, it's going to fester and grow.
Yes. I mean, that's true. That's not really what happened here, but yes, that's true. Now, they say it is because there was a lot of secret keeping, and secret keeping is lying by omission, and Gabrielle did lie.
Yes. So did Xena.
I mean, sure, but I don't... Fine, she lied. She lied.
We have to admit she lies, or she doesn't get her awesome song.
That's fair. Her awesome song, I don't agree with. I'm mad about it. Anyway, the other thing is with the Hate is the Star song, is it's another instance where, like, the instant it starts to go sideways. Because halfway through the song, Gabrielle ends up on the altar to be sacrificed by a clone of Xena, and Xena is on a cross, ready to have her legs broken by a clone of Gabrielle. And as these things are happening, Xena is just like, no. But she's yelling at the person trying to hurt Gabrielle. Like...
Xena yells Gabrielle's name.
Yes.
Well, Gabrielle yells stabbed.
Because she's almost being stabbed.
So she knows that she can handle her broken legs again. She's done it before.
Yeah.
Gabrielle being stabbed has never been done before? And let's not test that theory out.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yes.
But
and
it's
then they
clear
sing an apology.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you remember the time?
Nope. I'm not talking about it.
You know what? Email us and we'll tell you the story if you really want to know.
Oh my god, no you don't. Anyway. So then they sing their apology to each other, and then all the hateful people in their lives explode because they're just images, whatever. And then they try to go through the waterfall. Except it's acid waterfall.
Well, because there's still one secret that she has kept and that needs to be addressed.
The demon guy, which is Ming Tian.
Yes.
Who she did kill. But told Gabrielle, she didn't even tell Gabrielle she didn't kill. She just kind of...
She omitted that she killed him.
She forgot to mention she didn't leave him alive.
It wasn't a forget to mention. She flat out didn't tell her.
Potato.
No, you can't say lying by omission is still a lie and be like, she forgot. Okay? Fuck that.
So she spends an entire song apologizing, and I love Lucy's voice, but I hate this song. Hate it. I hate that it exists. I hate the reason for its existence. Simply because Ming Tian was a bad guy, and not like a little bad guy.
Not like Wreck-It Ralph bad guy.
No, he
but
wasn't
an actual bad guy.
Yeah, he was a bad guy. He was.
Lots of random things we throw in here for context.
Anyway, so yeah, I was like, he's a bad guy, Gabrielle. You should have been okay with it. I get that her thing was that she thought it was bad for Xena's soul, but she's not in charge of Xena's soul. And as we discover later on, she also is not really good at not being violent.
Let her get there, okay?
I know, it's immature thinking, and it was immature thinking.
Yes.
And Xena does say that in she was trying to protect her.
Spare your innocence and youth.
Yeah. Well, this is why we don't date younger people. We we stay within our 2-year gap. We're within the 2-year gap.
We have 6 months.
4. 4 months. 4. You are 4 months older than me.
I am 4 months older than you. Not even close to being taller than you.
No.
Yeah.
And then Solon shows up after Xena apologizes to Gabrielle for killing Ming Tian and not telling her.
Solon showed up before and they're like, it's Solon. Solon's the reason. Let's go to him.
Yeah,
and Gabrielle was able to run
Solon showed up as soon as the thing. Yeah, I get that. I don't understand.
So she apologizes to Gabrielle first,
and then apologizes
her son.
to Solon for just not telling him that. I mean, he had a good life. She didn't really need to apologize for that. That made sense to apologize. But for me, Solon felt a little shoehorned in. Where did this power come from? Where did he get the connection?
Guaranteed. I guarantee you, he died and made a deal with Hades.
I mean, maybe. He does end up in Tartarus for some reason.
He ends up in Tartarus because he wants to relive his life.
I understand that.
Oh, I should have saved that for the time when we watch that show. What if we don't watch that episode?
We will be watching... Dude, that's the episode where Eve is born.
Oh, we're watching that episode.
Wow. Okay. Anyway. That's that.
I don't have recall on my memory. I can't pull things up.
Wee wee.
It is wee wee.
So
Fuck off.
so Xena apologizes to Solon. It's really sweet and nice.
Gabrielle pulls Xena through the waterfall.
Everybody's dry and back in their own clothes. Xena and Solon hug. Xena and Gabrielle wake up embraced together on the beach. Fully healed.
A ring of
seaweed.
In a ring of seaweed.
Yep.
And Gabrielle is in
her outfit.
Her season outfit.
Right. Rather than the sheet that she was in when she went into the water.
When she yeeted off the cliff.
Yes. Yeah, and they're both fully healed.
Oh yeah. No damage. No damage from, going a kilometer on a horse being dragged by a horse.
It is brought... I know that Illusia is brought up again because they do end up going through a lot of weird places. But, we never really get an explanation on Illusia, and I'm kind of sad about that.
I am sad about that because I would have liked Illusia to be visited again, maybe. Or at least explored.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a good episode.
Instead, they just took it as, oh, Solon saved us. He did all this, and now we're okay.
Yeah.
It's like, what? That's not an explanation.
Yeah.
The disclaimer for this episode was the musical genre was not harmed during the production of this motion picture.
It was not.
And for that, the producers sincerely hope that you were amused. By this episode. I did say it that way because they did put a pun in there, putting muse.
I did enjoy it. It does still hold up. It's not a perfect episode, but it is still really good. It's really solidly laid out. It hits all the beats. It plays out in a way it resolves the story. I mean, I can be mad about the nitpicky things, but
I'm giving it a 9.
It's an 8 for me. It's a solid 8. I don't know if there's gonna be a 9, to be honest.
When Fates Collide, we're gonna have to wait till season 6 episode, ending for you to give a 9.
Like episode 20 or something like that, or 19. I don't think it'll be that high even then. I don't know. I think it's gonna take a lot for me to give a 9.
Episode 18.
18. Look at that. Episode 18. And then there's 19, and then 20 and 21 are the last two? Or is it 21 and 22 are the last two?
I think it's 21 and 22
I think
are the last two.
21 and 22 are the last two. I think you're right. Anyway, you guys can reach out to us at our email at astheshotgunturns@gmail.com anytime if you want to help discuss this episode, because you have listened to us ramble on for almost an hour, and I think that needs to be commended, and thank you very much. As discussed before, you can reach out at us at our TikTok at As the Shotgun Turns, or on Instagram. Those are the two ones where we're most active.
Yeah.
Anyway, next time we're doing One Against an Army.
Are you okay?
No. I'm not okay.
We might need to beef her up with this one.
Oh man.
Send love.
Yeah, I might need you know what? I don't want to talk about it.
We don't have to talk about it right now.
Okay.
We're gonna say our goodbyes and thank you all very much for this special episode of Xena As the Shotgun Turns. Sure.
There's trauma. I'm sorry.
Yep.
We will talk about the very cringe thing we did if you ask about it. But if no one asks about it, it isn't happening.
She will not let me talk about it openly about it, so you have to ask.
Do you really want to talk about it openly? Because I can paint the picture. Alright, that's what I thought. Until next time.
I'm Bryn.
I'm Helen.